Hello everyone, welcome back to English Easy and Practical. Hi everyone, it's wonderful to see you again. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. My name is Sarah, and I'm really happy to be here with you today.
And I'm Mark. Hello, Sarah. It's great to see you again.
Hi Mark, it's so nice to see you too. I'm really excited about today's conversation.
Me too. I always enjoy these discussions, especially when we talk about interesting topics.
And we're very happy that all of you are here with us practicing English. Exactly. In this channel, we help you learn English in an easy and practical way through real conversations.
And today we're going to discuss a very important topic that many people around the world are talking about.
Yes, today we're going to talk about climate change.
But we're also going to explore an interesting question.
Is climate change truth or myth?
That's a question that many people ask.
Some people believe climate change is one of the biggest challenges facing our planet.
Others believe the situation may be exaggerated or misunderstood.
So today we're going to explore different perspectives while practicing English together.
Exactly.
So Mark, let's start with a simple question. What exactly is climate change?
That's a great place to start. Climate change refers to long-term changes in the Earth's temperature and weather patterns. These changes can happen naturally over long periods of time.
For example, the Earth has experienced ice ages and warmer periods throughout its history.
That's right. But many scientists believe that human activity has accelerated climate change in recent decades.
Exactly. One of the main ideas behind climate change is something called the greenhouse effect. Certain gases in the atmosphere trap heat from the sun. These gases are called greenhouse gases.
For example, carbon dioxide and methane. When these gases increase in the atmosphere, more heat stays on the planet.
And that causes global temperatures to rise. This process is often referred to as global warming.
But some people ask an important question. Hasn't the climate always changed?
Yes, that's a very common argument. The Earth's climate has always changed over millions of years. Natural factors like volcanic activity and changes in the Earth's orbit can influence climate.
That's true. However, many scientists say that the current warming trend is happening much faster than natural climate changes in the past.
And they point out that this increase coincides with the Industrial Revolution. During that time, humans began using large amounts of fossil fuels.
Exactly. Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And over time, this has increased the concentration of greenhouse gases.
But there are still debates about some aspects of climate change.
Yes, some critics argue that climate models are extremely complex. Predicting the Earth's climate decades into the future is very challenging.
That's true. The climate system involves interactions between oceans, atmosphere, clouds, forests, and many other factors. Even small variables can affect predictions.
Another reason the discussion can be controversial is because climate change is not only a scientific issue, it is also connected to politics and economics.
Exactly. Energy production, industry, and transportation are major parts of modern economies. Changes in these systems can have significant economic impacts.
For example, many countries depend on fossil fuels for energy and employment, so decisions about climate policy can affect jobs and industries.
Another factor is media coverage.
Yes, sometimes media discussions simplify very complex scientific issues. This can make the debate more polarized.
That's true. But despite disagreements, many scientists agree that the climate is changing, and that human activity is likely contributing to this change.
The main debate often focuses on how big the impact is and what action should be taken. Now let's talk about some possible effects of climate change.
One effect often mentioned is rising global temperatures. Many regions around the world have experienced hotter summers and more frequent heat waves.
Another effect is the melting of glaciers and polar ice. When large amounts of ice melt, sea levels can rise.
That can affect coastal cities and communities. Some areas may experience flooding or erosion.
Climate change can also affect weather patterns.
Yes, some regions are experiencing stronger storms. Others are experiencing longer droughts.
These changes can affect agriculture and food production. Farmers depend on stable weather conditions.
Changes in rainfall and temperature can influence crop yields. Another important topic is biodiversity.
Many animals and plants depend on specific environmental conditions. Rapid climate changes can affect ecosystems and habitats.
That's why many environmental organizations focus on conservation efforts.
But there are also many ideas about solutions.
Yes, one major approach is transitioning to renewable energy. Renewable energy includes sources like solar power and wind power.
These energy sources produce much less greenhouse gas emissions. Another strategy is improving energy efficiency.
For example, more efficient vehicles, buildings, and appliances. Small improvements in efficiency can make a big difference over time.
Scientists are also developing new technologies, for example, carbon capture technology. This technology aims to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere.
Another important factor is individual behavior. People can take small steps to reduce their environmental impact.
For example, using less energy, recycling materials, reducing waste, and choosing sustainable products.
But addressing climate change will likely require cooperation between governments, businesses, and individuals.
Exactly. Climate change is a global issue that requires global collaboration.
Another important aspect is education.
Yes, understanding climate science helps people make informed decisions. Education can also encourage innovation and new solutions.
Technology may play an important role in the future. Scientists are constantly developing new tools to study and address climate challenges. So, Mark, do you feel optimistic about the future?
Yes, I do. I believe humans are capable of solving complex problems, but it will require cooperation, innovation, and responsible decision-making.
I agree. The future will depend on how societies choose to respond to these challenges.
Exactly. And discussing topics like this helps people learn and think critically.
It also helps us practice English. Talking about real-world topics is one of the best ways to expand your vocabulary.
You learn new expressions, you express ideas, and you improve your communication skills.
Exactly. So today we explored an important question. Climate change, truth or myth?
The answer may not always be simple, but understanding the science and the different perspectives is important.
Exactly. Thanks for practicing English with us today. We hope this conversation helped you learn new vocabulary and ideas. And remember, English is easy and practical. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.